What's up, guys? It's Motorco here, and in this video, I want to display a Shiva fight. This is a pre-recorded fight. Um, I also want to talk about some observations that I've noticed with Shiva. So Shiva, let's talk about Shiva's abilities first. Shiva has two abilities, Heavenly Strike and Diamond Dust. Heavenly Strike is a single target spell, and it does pretty massive damage. So if you're playing a thief and you don't put your resistances up, or you don't get resistances, and then you get hit with it and a couple of auto attacks, you definitely have potential to die. Um, Shiva can just kind of take a dump on you, and there's nothing you can do about it. As a result, bringing a water poo poo is highly suggested if you play a thief, um, just so that you can make sure that you sustain and really help your support keep you up. Because you don't want your support. There's so many good buffs in the game right now that you really don't want your support bringing a massive heal. Um, so you got to do everything you can to help out your healer because they have limited access to hard orbs, and not being able to cast two heals in one turn is fairly hard. So, anyways, in terms of this party setup, so we have an apprentice mage, a magus. The magus is full panel. The apprentice mage is like 3-star, I believe, which is fine because you don't want a 4-star an apprentice job. It's pretty pointless. And then the dragoon is a fourth panel dragoon, so he's working on his fourth panel right now. So I'm not going to pass any judgment on him because he's not finished yet, and I have no idea exactly how good Dragoon is. Just from the initial feel, it's probably going to be just slightly better than Hunter in terms of breaker. So it'll probably go like Assassin, Dragoon, Hunter, and then everybody else. Um, now, one thing that I really want to do is try and play Scholar for Shiva. I haven't done that yet, so I definitely want to try and test Defender for Shiva. I think it could be good, but we have to find. I really have to figure out which damage dealer can do damage solo and be fine. Right now, I'm thinking a really solid thief setup should be okay with a good support. So I'm probably going to look for that and try and play Scholar and give you guys maybe some Scholar gameplay if that's something that you guys are interested in. So let me talk about Berserk real fast and my setup here. My setup is Heartful Egg with Berserk, Fat Choco, and Moogle. Obviously, you don't want to put Berserk up until the turn that you're ready to break and do the most damage. Because of the defense down buff and because of how hard Shiv is hitting. So that's something to keep in mind. The Heartful Egg kind of makes sure that you have all of the orbs that you need to be able to maintain your 3 buffs and keep the party up. Um, I tried to ask these mages whether or not they felt like their damage was increased by the Berserk buff, and I got some generalistic response about what Berserk abilities was and stuff that I didn't really care to know. That's like it wasn't the question I asked them. So I don't really have like a definitive ability to be able to tell you whether or not Berserk is actually good. So I'm gonna test it, get a party together and test it, and kind of play around with it, and then I'll show you guys the results of that in another video. So this is pretty much where the fight ends, guys. The mages do their mage thing and just blow the crap out of Shiva, and they do fairly good damage. As you can see here, they're not critting, and they get 60k hits, which is pretty darn good. With a crit, it'd probably be 80 to 100k somewhere in there. And that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any questions about Shiva or you want to see a particular class go through Shiva or walk through Shiva, let me know. Um, I will say this about another thing that I learned is that Shiva is breakers for Shiva don't really use their single target spells that much. If you are using your single target spells, chances are you're probably in a bad group. So if you're using like a static group or a Discord group, definitely consider Hecton Share as an option to replace your single target spells. Hecton Share is very, very nice for this fight. We didn't use it for a Freet because a Freet was resistant to D-Barrier. But D-Barrier is very good for helping out with the damage on the party. So keep that in mind, guys. Um, the suggested setup I have for an assassin would probably be Hecton Share Artemis and then 2 poo-poos, 1 fire, 1 water. So that's pretty much all I have for right now, guys. That's what I've learned from Shiva. I'll get you guys a Chapter 3 fire or Chapter 3 skill seed video as soon as possible, as well as a Berserk breakdown to see whether or not Berserk is actually good, and I'll have some more gameplay footage probably in that video. Also, let me know if you guys like just if you guys want to see more gameplay footage. I know some of these videos I just kind of show you the cards and kind of talk about things and stuff. And I've really not done a whole lot of gameplay footage here lately. So let me know what you guys think and what you guys want, and I'll try and cater to you guys a little bit. Good luck with Shiva, guys, and I'll see you next video.